Hey, Brandon O'Connor, muscle system specialist at Austin Muscle Restoration. I wanted to talk a little bit more about the foot and lower leg. We just did a video about plantar fasciitis, and now I want to talk about pronation and supination. So we think of pronation and supination as a foot event, right? You may have been to a running store, had somebody tell you, hey, your foot's pronating too much, or hey, you're standing in a supinated position. But pronation and supination are natural motions that occur at the foot, and in fact, pronation and supination actually occur throughout the entire body. So at the foot and lower leg, pronation is defined as the combination between the calcaneus coming into a position of eversion and the ankle dorsiflexing, and supination is a subtalar motion of inversion and ankle plantar flexion. But this actually happens throughout the whole body. If I had the skeleton here, we can talk about the rest of the body. So if we're going to talk about pronation, what happens is when we get to the knee, the pronation happens there. The tibia begins to internally rotate, right, and bend. When we get to the knee, the tibia begins to externally rotate and extend for supination. At the hip, we've got external rotation and internal rotation and flexion and extension motions happening with pronation and supination, and this actually occurs all the way up the body, right? So what I want to let people know is that pronation and supination are not a bad thing. You should never have anybody tell you, hey, you're pronating too much or you're supinating too much. It just may be indicative of an inability to pronate or supinate somewhere else in the body, right? So a lot of times if a client comes in and they said, I've been to a running store and running store guy told me that my foot pronates too much, well, I'll look at their standing posture, see if the foot's sitting in a pronated position, and then what I'll do is I'll look to see if the foot's pronating a lot, if there's a lack of pronation up the chain at the knee or the hip or the trunk all the way up into the neck, to see if the reason why they're seeing this excessive motion of the foot is because the foot is having to pick up for something else up the chain. Same thing with the opposite motion of supination. It happens the exact same way. I'm Brandon O'Connor. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, as I'm going to be answering questions in regards to muscular system health and well-being. YouTube channel is Austin Muscle Restoration.